Hey guys, welcome back. It's Lucid, and I got a couple turns for you here. So, last episode was kind of tense. We didn't know if we were going to get attacked by Atlantis or not. Kind of thought we would. We rambled on about grudges and those sorts of things, which I do not recommend. I think you're much more likely to win games if you're not having grudges. But as you can see from the screen, we did not get attacked by Atlantis, which I was a little sad, because a lot of times when people take an Awake Pretender, they're going to be swinging the big schlong around, feeling like they're all big and tough. And we were set up to kill it. So anyway, that's a little sad. We end up having to put a bit of PD down, which isn't great. We didn't do a huge PD dump, though. And that's a good province to have some PD in anyways, because if we do fight Atlantis, they're going to be sailing onto that, like, the first turn of war almost guaranteed. So that will be kind of... It's not really a waste. Anyway, this one we actually made a mistake. It didn't cost us anything, but we had our archers back here with our commanders, and they were shooting at our archers. As you can see, so they could have killed an eparch here. So that was a mistake. Unfortunately, it didn't cost us. And then here we're fighting the Kooni and Bakemono. And this doesn't look very hard, but there's like 6 guys in each of these tiles. Well, 5 in that tile now. But if it were just the heavy cav, now 4, we've done a critical damage to them so that, with the charge bonus and the few smites going off, they didn't really do much. The archers so far haven't done a ton. But they're doing something. They're taking care of these skeletons. And they'll help against these guys who have basically no protection. And my Malia Druzina are basically immune to them. That's kind of one of the nice things about not having crossbows. So there we go. And yeah, so Atlantis, I was thinking they would move the god up here. Apparently he had already taken this province, though. We couldn't see that. And, I was thinking I would have to fight him for this one, potentially. But instead, he's moved into the lake, and I guess it's going to take the water system. Which is fine. I would have much rather killed this god. We're going to go ahead and we're going to go through this turn pretty quick. We're going to preach here. Go ahead and get our Dominion up real nice and high, so our scale's fully spread in here real quick. I mean, this is just an excellent province. We've got this fort coming up, only 3 months left, and we're going to be starting another... I could have probably made another fort this turn, or we could have made one. But anyway, we didn't. We're sending this scout over here. We've got a small crew of dudes coming here to take this. We've got the crossbowmen all spread out, and we've got these guys on hold and attack. Truth is, this is exactly the kind of province you want to be very careful about taking with Malia Druzina. Basically, the crossbow will fuck them up. So we've got 2 people doing smite, which will hopefully keep it from being very long, but this just is the thing you want to be careful about. I'm hoping these guys draw some fire. They might not. I'm hoping these guys draw some fire. They're on hold and fire archers. I'm hoping they shoot anything but my goddamn Malia Druzina. And then we're coming up here to attack this. And we've got Divine Blessing going down, and then we've got 3 Smiters. And we've got, in total, about 15 heavy cav. And I had brought enough because I was prepared to fight the worm over this province. But it looks like we won't be doing that. So anyway, we'll be getting this. And actually looking over here in Atlantis, we're going to go check. This is a large farm, so I'm betting he's going to build a fort on it. So I want to waddle over here and see if that's the case. But God, if we win this war, this would be just such great spoils. Even just getting these 5 provinces would be great. Because this is a large farm. This is a large... Oh no, this is a farm. This is a large farm. This is a large mountain. So this is going to be like 10k pop. This is going to be like 24k pop. This is going to be like 12 or 13k pop. And then this one here too, hopefully we get this too. This is also going to be like 10 or 12k pop. So basically it's going to be super nice because this is a large province also. So Atlantis got a real great spawn too. So we'll happily incorporate them into our empire. And these are farms too, underwater. Not this one, but these two. So these are going to be super high income. It's a little bit of a problem. So I'm really glad we're going to deal with Atlantis right now. But I think that is mostly it for this turn. Yeah, let's go ahead and just pull up. Well, there's a few more things to talk about. One is we're getting an occultist and then a master of the names. The occultist is going to wander over here and build a lab. And the master of names is going to start researching, because we're going to need at least like Conjuration 1 to do Spirit Curse on this guy when we start fighting him. But also it'd be good to just start researching. I think we want a few more eparchs, but it depends what TNC says for their war timing. If they say they need more time, like they want to wait like 5 turns, we're totally cool with that. It's going to mean this fort goes up and some other things, but that's fine. If that is the case, we're going to switch off of eparchs and probably just go into mages so that we can be sure we're going to have flaming arrows. And we'll try to have like a couple hundred normal archers, so we might switch off a lot of these Malia Druzina. If he says he's ready to go now, we'll probably make another eparch so that we can roll in here with like 10 smites. So that is kind of the plan. Kind of the plan. I can't think of anything else really to talk about. I think that's about it for this turn. Did we get an event? No. Okay, let's go ahead and go to the next turn, which is our current turn. Hot off the press, just came up a few minutes ago. We get to see a battle with Jomin, which is cool. So first we had, and these are both going to be battles against crossbowmen. This province is very, we have just the smallest line of dudes, and they've got a pretty decent contingent of like 12 crossbows. And their crossbowmen, unfortunately, are shooting at my archers, not at my Malia Druzina. We delete their heavy infantry, but now their crossbowmen have switched target to the Malia Druzina. And one of our guys is bleeding, which is not good. You can see he's probably dead. Okay, and then we run into melee. And it looked really good, but we actually lost 2 dudes. And I'm not sure, I think we lost 1 to bleeding. I'm not sure how we lost the other one. It might have been we lost both to bleeding. I saw a fair amount of bleeding. I wasn't sure if it was the Indies, but we lost 2. I mean, we took it with an absolute budget force, though. We did not have much here, so could have been worse, could have been better. I feel like we were a little unlucky here in some of the rolls. Basically, same idea here, except we have our 2 gimps up front. They got diseased from that ink pot inn or whatever it was. So hopefully they will take the brunt of the beating. But with their buddies coming in swiftly behind them, I don't think actually being at the edge of the spear or the tip of the knife ended up causing hardly any issues for them. We just routed everybody. And these archers don't do shit to my Malia Druzina, so... We lost 1, though. Probably to crossbow fire. Actually, we can probably check. I wonder if this was one of the ones that was... No, we still have 2 diseased dudes, so I don't think it was one of our diseased guys. And yeah, presumably Atlantis moved their stuff over here. There's this province too. This is probably where because this is where their god's going to go, almost certainly. We can come over here and see their god, which will be cool. We can see they are building a fort here too. A fortress is under construction right here where they've got a temple already. If we attack this turn, we might be able to get to it. Like we attack here and here, we might be able to combine forces with a fair amount of holy dudes before they're able to defend it. And the god wouldn't be able to get... Oh, no, the god might be able to get here. I think it would actually. It would have to be able to cross 2 planes. And this is going to be probably at least 3 Dominion. I mean, because there's 3 here. It's probably more like 5 Dominion or something here. But he could have gone pretty low Dominion on his god. But anyway, that's an option. I don't know if we push in. I think there's a decent chance that we would... Oh, I'm not really sure where we'd go. But, yeah, we'd have to... If we attack this turn, we'd have to fight a PD dump here plus his god. And it could potentially be like a 40 plus PD dump. I don't think we would win that. Because our lance charges would get soaked up. Basically, a bunch of not great things would happen. Oh, he's using some Assertutes, too. So I'm not sure. But fighting the god is going to potentially get more tricky as we get even into the later part of the early game, because he'll start having amulets of Aerophant for it, and then like by the time I have flaming arrows, he could easily have an amulet of Aerophant and a ring of fire on his god, and that would make him immune to flaming arrows, basically, which is not great. It is not great. Does not make him immune to Malia Druzina. So I don't know. It doesn't make him immune to Smite. And 10 smites is a lot, but fighting in friendly Dominion, he'll have good MR. I mean, we're bringing in a lot of threat vectors with like the lance charges and then potentially with crossbows. Speaking of crossbows, that brings me probably to the next thing we need to talk about, which is the crossbows we get here are the shitty 23 resource ones. Like, I can't even make one per turn. I make one every like 3 turns. It's horrible. So I think I want to fort this, but I'm also not sure because I mean, we'll be able to make like 5 a turn once I have it fully forted. It's definitely not a priority. What I want to do is I want to get this good crossbow province forted, where I have the cheap ones that only cost 7 resources. And once we have this forted, I can probably get, 20-ish a turn, maybe more. Maybe 25. And that's a lot. Because even with Aerophant, if I have like 200 crossbows, I don't think it's going to matter much. It's going to cause a lot of friendly fire, though, so that's something to be careful of. But anyway. Yeah, and this province also has the shitty crossbow. So we got 2 crossbow provinces this turn, but they're all the shitty ones. And I don't know if we can tell... So these ringmail ones, you can see they have the brass-colored or tan-colored chest plate. Let's see if we can tell what kind these are. Nope, these have the plates. This is another shitty crossbow province. And we don't know which ones are here, but Midgard's going to take this pretty soon. So we'll see. Tune back in next time. It's a kind of... Oh my god, it's a very quick episode. But we'll talk about a little bit more stuff. But basically, when we go is going to depend a lot on TNG. So we're going to see what kind of forces they have and what kind of commitment they're ready to do. But I'd like, if it's possible, if we put them on a defensive war and we get them before they have forts up. The fact that they have all this high-income land, they'll be able to do PD dumps, but they won't be able to do much more than that. And they'll be able to use their god. But that's about it. So feeling kind of okay. And even if we make them do PD dumps, it's going to make them spend a lot of money that they otherwise would be using to build long-term economy. So I don't really mind rushing into an early war. And we're making 8 of these guys a turn. So next turn we'll have, a whopping 16 here to roll out. And 16 heavy cav is enough to kill their god. So, yeah. It's, good things can happen. But we'll see. I don't think we got any events this turn, which kind of sucks. I'm kind of wanting some good luck events. It's one of the nice things about when you have luck 3. You just are like looking forward to your turns. Because you're like, oh, I might have gotten some sick event. We also want our heroes. I'm going to pause. We'll go look at our heroes real quick. Okay, so I've got Mod Inspector pulled up with the heroes. Let's look at them and let's look at their arrival limit. So we've got, let me scoot them over a bit more. And these are actually important for various reasons. And this guy's probably our easiest way to get vampires. He summons K-lists, which kind of suck. But he's also Holy 4, which is kind of cool. And he can jump into a Communion, be even higher Holy. Kind of cool. Okay, minimum hero arrival turn 10. Minimum hero arrival turn 20. And this guy can come anytime. And then this guy's a multi-hero, so presumably we'll get a fair amount of them. He kind of sucks, though, if we're being completely honest. He gets personal luck at the start of combat. He has Hero's Blade, which is kind of cool. You know, we can use... If we get one of them, we can definitely try to kit him up to kill that stupid god. Because if he gets in close... The way we would do it... It would actually be kind of fun. Bogatir. Let's see if we can do a test game real quick. I can't remember. I don't think I have the Atlantis god here. Maybe I do. Let's see. I probably just hit Atlantis and then hit intern. Okay, we've got one of these guys. Let's go check over here. Okay, we don't have a god. So we're going to wish for one. Oh, I lost my lab. I'm going to pause it, get it set up. Okay, so I've got it mostly set up now. What we're going to do, this guy's going to do Blessing on himself, Holy Avenger, hold, attack closest, and this guy's going to do Body Ethereal, Cheat Fate, Iron Warriors. He's going to need an Earth Gem. And I think that's it. He could maybe do Earth... Oh yeah, we should do Earth Might. Okay. Should be fine. And let's make sure on Atlantis we have these guys getting out, because they would screw that up. And this worm's going to do Iron Skin, Temper Flesh, Quicken Self, Summon Earth Power, Attack Closest, which probably the script they would do. I mean, and the worms are scary. I don't think he has magic weapons. So I think with personal luck, we're going to be looking pretty good. But he has really good attack score. So he's almost always going to hit us. We're going to be relying mostly on personal luck. But, oh man, he's got 3 miscellaneous slots. Oh man, I could do even more. Like maybe do the growth amulet on him. Because right now, this thing's hitting for 29. Which is going to get multiplied by 3. Oh, he retreated. He wasn't exactly getting through all the HP either. We'll try it one more time. What would be the other item we would give? Be good to get rid of... I mean, he has really high morale, but... And we could change... He can Sermon of Courage himself, too. I want to see just how lethal this dude could be. One more item for him. Maybe... I mean, this would be good, except it would charge him into combat right away. Earth Air is not a cross path we have, so I don't want to rely on that. This will give us a bit of defense, and it will help harass him down a little, but not a lot. This would be super ideal. I just can't make it. The Ring of the Warrior wouldn't be horrible. Because that's going to give us morale, too. And that we definitely can make. Okay. So let's try this again. Because I think the Hero's Blade is a very special item. I kind of want to see if it can come in clutch for us. Because there's a lot of HP to chew through, and the thing regens a ton. Certainly he could be, you know, pretty good part of an army. He got hit, though. Yeah, 26 regions, so much. Yeah, so it didn't work. So, I mean, he was putting on big hits, but, like, Timber Flesh cut the damage in half and other things. I mean, certainly 2 of these guys would murder him. But look, yeah, I mean, he's getting the shit smacked. Are we hitting him every time? Hit. The worm hit. 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 Yeah, we're basically always hitting. Did I put the... I did put the Ring of the Warrior on him. I mean, we could do other things too to make him more scary. But I mean, the Hero's Blade is super good. I mean, being able to hit this worm for 40 something damage is pretty intense. So I don't know. He's, I guess, the TLDR is he's probably not going to solo him in the enemy Dominion. He can probably solo him in friendly Dominion though, because he's getting a ton of regen and a lot of better stats and stuff from it too. I've made him a prophet because I didn't have a god. But anyway, that's a little side note. It gets us over the 20-minute mark. And I think we'll take one quick look at it, but I think we're about done. Oops, I typed it in wrong. So, okay, I think that is about it. We're continuing to make a ton of Bakemono. I can use them to patrol down on rest in places if it's going to be a while. But I do want to have... I mean, we are going to go to war with them soon, I think, even if we do it on our own. So having 80 guys to pop the cap will be super nice. And then to get Shrink the Giants and stuff on. I think we've got our research sorted. Yeah. Conjuration 1, Blood 1. This is for Spirit Curse and Imps. And then Enchantment 4. Yeah. We'll be looking real nice. Real nice. But right now we're at 0 research. That will change. We're going to be permanently at 20 in a turn after this. I mean, maybe it's better to just have 2 of these guys. Maybe we do this and then we'll be at 40 a turn. I kind of want to do that. Not sure where this scout's going to go. I kind of want to get our other... These are not 7 crossbow or 7 resource points like the other one, but they're cheap. I'd kind of like to get this forted, I think, next. But I also kind of want to site search nature, which means I need to build a fort here. So we'll see. We're taking this. It's a little risky because it's Malia Drazina again into crossbows. And I'm a little conflicted. I don't have any Eparch support, so hold and attack isn't great. I think we just run in. The problem is we're going to hit their light infantry right in front of their crossbows, so they're just going to pepper us. There's a very good chance this fails, which I'm not in love with at all. So I don't know. We're going to ping this throne too, see what's happening up in there. But I think that... Oh, we had a battle with... We saw a battle with Joman. Kind of interesting. They're expanding with these guys and these crappy little other dudes. But we can see their profits, so we can see they're blessed. They just got magic weapons. Which very similar, it looks to us. It looks like they did an imprisoned build, like imprisoned scales with magic weapons. It's also possible they took like a dormant titan or something, but I'm not sure. And maybe the dormant part of the bless will wake up. Ooh, this was assassin expansion though. Damn, I didn't even notice. So that's interesting. And I know Raga was maybe going to mess with them from the north, but I think that's it, guys. We will see you all next time. Cheers.